Hundreds of people died last year from mosquito-borne illnesses. How you can protect you and your loved ones from getting bit this summer season.
Never giving up. Today we introduce you to a mom who's making medical history and helping millions, one thought at a time.
Are you anxious for your summer vacation, but you really fear the safety of the home you're leaving behind? Steps you can take to give you peace of mind while you're away.
We continue to find homes for so many of the animals here on Delmarva. Today we're at the Kent County SPCA. We're going to introduce you to a great group of dogs and cats that are looking for their forever home.
And we're in the kitchen with the chef from the Portside Seafood Restaurant. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryan.
I'm Jimmy Hopper. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D. It feels like it's cooled off a little bit, but I know it hasn't really.
I wish we had more humidity.
Would you like that? We
Said no one ever.
I think what gets me is I'm looking forward to the thunderstorm. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to cool it off a little bit.
Yeah.
It rains. And then all of it goes right back up as steam. Well,
Yeah.
that didn't work.
Yeah.
So
well, and your hair gets all crazy.
I can't control
you
it.
Know,
You
he
wouldn't
has to
believe what I have to go
hot
through.
iron it. It's a mess.
Every morning it's tough. So hope yours isn't that way. You know what? We want to say something real quick to our Delaware firefighters this afternoon because they are setting up camp in Alaska. And you don't believe me? Just take a look at this picture. Delaware team left Smyrna Friday. They joined more than 600 personnel in Alaska. They are working with a Maryland team to protect structures on the northern edge of a fire that has covered 28 square miles already. So take a look at that. Isn't that incredible? Around here we don't deal with forest fires.
Right.
But I've got some friends in Colorado specifically where they've had all this stuff going on there. It is absolutely terrifying. There they are. Absolutely terrifying to have something like this going uncontrolled because it can go so quickly, as is evidenced by the 19 that lost their lives.
Right, right.
So,
it can be deadly. So
Yep.
our thoughts and prayers are with them as they head up to Alaska.
yes, absolutely. A lot of us remember this, and we're not going to age thing here, but June of 1968, Robert F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, while campaigning for president. Take a look at this, see if this footage reminds you.
Yeah, if you don't remember it, you remember this
You'll
footage.
remember the footage, yeah. He was assassinated in California. You remember that was the hotel kitchen where he was. Well, anyway, the reason we bring that up is Charles Quinn was a man who reported for NBC on that assassination. Charles Quinn lived in New York for a while. He moved to Cambridge. He died of heart failure on Sunday at the age of 82, so we wanted to give our condolences to the family. His daughter, Diana Quinn, says he did die at home. So just a little tie there, I guess, into an historical event that we're quite sure that you remember. Our condolences to the family.
Right, right. Remember right before 4th of July, we talked about Ocean City and how they were going to change the inlet parking to a flat rate for the whole day. You could come in at 5 o'clock in the morning.
For the 4th of July.
For the 4th of July, pay $50. And we were kind of like, I don't know. That all doesn't seem like it works out. Well, apparently it worked. According to the Ocean City Dispatch, as of 5:30 a.m. on the 4th, this is what they had. The inlet line to the inlet parking lot wrapped around Baltimore Avenue and near Philadelphia Avenue. And the parking lot was filled to capacity with 1,200 vehicles by 11:15 a.m.
Wow.
So people took advantage of it. Mayor Rick Meehan said that revenue, the money they took in from that parking, was about $60,000. That far exceeds what they took in last year. So
they accomplished what they were after. We were trying to figure out the logic, and I guess there was some logic to that.
That's why we're not, I guess, in city government.
We're not in charge of the inlet parking, and now we know why. Do you like ice cream?
I love ice cream.
That's my problem. I like ice cream. Just to let you know, Food Network magazine has made their choice. Take a look here. This is Heidi Belote of the ice cream store in Rehoboth Beach. Heidi is holding Scorpion Sting ice cream.
What?
Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Been chosen as the best ice cream treat in the state of Delaware. In case you haven't had it, don't know if you can see it there, the ice cream's real spicy. And yes, that's a real scorpion on top.
Okay, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Do we have scorpions here on Delmarva?
You know, you asked me that because you saw.
I saw scorpion spray at the store, and I was like,
Do we?
Do we?
I know we have spiders.
Our
and bugs.
crew's looking at us like, I don't know.
I don't know if we have scorpions. So if we don't have scorpions, what do we need scorpion spray for? So if we have scorpion spray, that means we must have scorpions.
And where are they getting the scorpions for the ice cream?
Look
so
what
many
happens when you're not looking.
So few answers.
You know, we like to brag when good things happen, and we want to brag a little bit on Mortimer Neufville, who was the former interim president at UMES. He has been named to take over the helm at Coppin State University. Previously served as the university system, or previously served the university system, just before Juliet Bell became president of UMES last year. So great job.
Congratulations to him.
Looks good in the tux.
Hey, how many run? Run? We got a couple runners.
I run to the fridge. That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, there's something exciting happening next November. Not this November, but next November. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge they're going to hold the 10K across the bay.
Oh yeah?
Run. And we have, here it is, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge as seen by Chopper 16. The event is set for November 9th, 2014.
Okay.
Not this year, next year.
Right.
Now you may remember from 1975 to 2006, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Walk was an iconic event. It drew in like 30,000 participants.
I remember that.
They stopped it because of all the construction.
Oh, because they were having to redo the concrete and everything.
On the bridge.
Yeah.
So the 10K across the bay is still 17 months away, but the company that's putting it on is trying to get some corporate sponsors and stir up some excitement.
So I still have time. I still have time to train.
You have time to run a 10K. You can do it, Jimmy.
Don't hold your breath until that happens.
I think we should set the challenge right here, now.
I don't think so.
By the way, it takes the walk takes most people about 2 hours to complete.
Right. And registration is open for the for the race as well. So, have you ever seen a white deer?
No.
I've never seen.
I saw a white squirrel.
Okay. Now, Captain Willie, he's actually seen it from Chopper 16. I remember him getting some video.
Yeah.
Take a look at this picture. Wayne Baral posted this on Facebook yesterday.
Oh, wow.
This is a picture that he took of one near the old DuPont plant in Seaford. Now, he had originally said, you know, I got an albino deer. Well, this one is not albino. We know there are some. Mm-hmm. This one is not, though. As you can tell, it's still got some color around the face and all that. This is called a piebald.
Piebald?
Piebald. It has to do with the coloring. It's not the absence of color, and instead there's white. So you got the brown patches there, and it's like big white patches. It's called piebald, so it's not really a true albino.
Okay.
And you'll see it in horses too, and their skin is the same color as whatever the fur happens to be. But still, fascinating picture and a really, really, really pretty deer.
Now if you see one, you can say, no, that's not an albino.
That's a piebald. And everybody will look at you really funny. Did you hear about, and I don't know, maybe I was just slow on the uptake on this one. Did you hear about this dog that was rescued by a dolphin?
A dog rescued by a dolphin.
Take a look at this picture. The story goes, see? Sitting on the dolphin. Okay, the story goes that the dog had fallen into the water, had been trying to swim for like 15 hours. Dolphins show up and give the dog a ride. In fact, the witnesses say that the dolphins actually almost beached themselves trying to get the dog on the sand.
You're kidding.
So here's the question.
Is it real?
Do you think it's real?
I don't know.
Is that
I'm
a Photoshop picture?
You know, not everything on YouTube is real.
Hey, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. And you know where I read that.
Yeah,
read it on the internet.
like hawks picking up babies and
that was a great
pigs
video.
rescuing goats.
That's right.
And
see, it's all true.
We've seen it all.
It's on the internet.
Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life this time of year, doesn't it seem like you can't step foot outside without getting bitten to pieces by mosquitoes? Ouch! We'll find out how you can get an upper hand on the pesky little pests. And it may be as simple as planting certain flowers and herbs in your yard.
I'll go with that. And later, imagine not having the ability to move your arms or legs. Just think about that for a second. It's easy to take your mobility for granted, but new technology is getting people moving again. How what this one is doing could change the lives of millions of people.
And it's the time of year for fresh seafood and fresh vegetables. We're in the kitchen mixing the two to get a tasty crab and corn salsa. Yum. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.